It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Orbits and the Thunderbirds. And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Pacific Northwest and the bustling city of Portland, Oregon. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Orbits of Austin taking on the Thunderbirds of Portland.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Austin Ball Club, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game in these types of...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A very solid gain of 27.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Spears. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll look to throw again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second and goal, here's an option play left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Spears.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I don't see Northern trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sucked them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sharp. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A nice little juke. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Spears.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 53 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
On 2nd down, it's Sharp, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regret?
Can't get away. taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
It's a loss of 14 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Spears. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Spears. Incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Portland football here ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll look to throw.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Austin's offense ready to go again. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Spears.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Spears. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Spears. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I'll let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Orbits are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And running with power here.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
Short throw here, the tight end Bates.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run on first down. Sharp. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They're going to look to throw.
Short throw here to tight end Bates.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sharp. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Austin's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Thunderbirds' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense.
And now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play there. 43 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Spears.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series. They're getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Spears.
That is caught. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 26-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We get started down under in the oceanside city of Melbourne, and it's the Bisons who are in the lead. The Bisons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are out in front in that one. The Armadillos seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Holding the seating team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On second down now. It's Sharp. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. They need 2. Here's third down.
Third and 2.
Looking to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Coleman. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Back to throw. Spears. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, Spears. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from the 20.
And the Orbits are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Portland's offense now about set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Across midfield.
And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Thunderbirds are able to cut into that deficit.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Just a 4-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Throwing on first down. Spears. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Spears. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. And even 40 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Spears. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Spears.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Orbits get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On first down, Spears. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Spears. That's caught. It's Coleman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. McQueen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Spears. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
On 3rd down, McQueen. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4.
They run the counter. McQueen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Spears.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring